extricated by some brave firefighters. So we're thinking of them and sending them positive thoughts and love, and as well as all of you. So we're going to start with our brain gym, which is PACE. The PACE refers to 4 exercises for balancing the brain and the body and the heart. You need some water. And then we'll do, followed by 4 yoga poses that Robbie chose. Do you know where the cards are? Okay, go run and get them. So we'll do 4 yoga poses and variations of them, followed by doing some meditation. So I hope everybody's doing okay, and we appreciate donations. If you can spare the donation, you can send them to Venmo at Rita Naomi Moran, or you can also find me on my Facebook page at ritanaomi.healer or integrative wellness. Okay, so the 4 poses we're going to do today are, just so you know, this is from Yoga Pretzels, which you can get on Amazon. Dragon, Arrow, River, and Pretzel. Good name because that's where they come from, Yoga Pretzels. All right, so let's start with brain gym. Brain buttons. So pressing into that hollow underneath the collarbones, hand at the diaphragm. Diaphragm is our major breathing muscle, and it helps to draw the lungs down as we breathe in and expand the airways, and then as we exhale, the diaphragm releases and moves the lungs back, deflates the lungs. So when you do brain buttons, you can have the eyes cast down or relaxing the eyes, placing a tongue at the roof of the mouth, breathing in and out. The inhalation, exhalation is equal. And then switch hands. And you're rubbing in these acupuncture points with the top hand. The bottom hand is just resting. You can let the eyes move from left to right across the horizon. We're just bringing in the day. Bringing in the learning, the experiences. Coming into midline, into the center of the body. Letting the eyes come back to center. And then we'll start to do a cross crawl. You're welcome to always do these poses at your pace, your speed. You can continue to do them if you feel like you need a little bit more, or you can do less and just rest and pause and then switch. So opposite hand to opposite leg. And then we like to do in front with the elbow to knee. This just helps to warm up also the body, get the blood to move. But whenever you do movements that cross midline, it helps to calm, bring the body into a more embodied, grounded place, as well as having the eyes coming into a fixed place. Okay. Or not fixed, but resting in a place, usually cast down. Okay, so now we're going to cross right leg over the left, hands in front of you, crossing one arm over the other, turning the palms to face in so the thumbs are pointed down. Clasp the hands, bringing the thumbs towards the center and up. Thumb is on the chin if you'd like for more grounding. The eyes can be closed or cast down. Tongue at the roof of the mouth. Let the eyes go from left to right. Then crossing the other leg in front of the other. And reaching the hands out. Crossing the other arm on top of the other, thumbs pointed down, and then clasping the hands, bringing them back to the center and up. You might find that you yawn. The breath starts to stabilize. Letting the eyes look left and right. Coming back to center. Just pausing here. And releasing the hands and the body. Before we go into our yoga poses, we're going to just check in with the body and the diaphragm, the breathing apparatus. So as we breathe in, the diaphragm, so let's just let go of information. Just breathe in if you can through the nose and out through the nose if you can do that. As you breathe in, allow the chest and the solar plexus here to soften. Breathing in and out. You might even want to do a sigh so that you're breathing in and then out. 2 more times. That's right. Okay. So making our way down onto the knees. And so the idea here is that we'll do our movements as pain-free as possible. You want to be able to do these movements so that you're not hurting. So we find that folding the yoga mat and letting the knees rest on the mat. Okay. And we didn't do our 6 movements of the spine. All right, so we usually like to do our 6 movements of the spine first. So we'll start with that first. So bring your hands down to the mat and your knees underneath you. We'll start first with cat-cow. So exhaling, bringing the chin to the chest, rounding the back. And we do these movements 5 times. That's just our guide. Inhaling, lifting up, finding the rhythm that works for you. So this is 2. Inhaling, and then coming back to a neutral place. Now we'll start to exhale, squeezing to the side, and then inhaling into the right rib cage, and then exhaling to center, and then inhaling into the left side as you side bend to the right, and then exhale to center. Inhale to the right side as you squeeze left. And then exhale, center. So being aware of the breath, we're focusing in particular on the breath in our movements because the diaphragm, the rib cage are so important, especially during this time with allergies and more mucus. We want to try to make sure that the lungs can fully expand and move to get out all of what's in the air. 1 more time to each side. Awesome. And then taking your right hand, thread it through the left and coming down onto the right shoulder, letting the head rest on the floor and breathing into the left rib cage. And doing what you need to do to be comfortable. It might be you have to move your hand or your shoulder. Breathing into the left rib cage. And then inhaling, coming back up. Is that okay? And slide the left arm underneath the right, coming down onto the left side of the head. Breathing into the right rib cage. And inhaling, coming back up. And then pushing yourself up onto the knees. We'll go into dragon. The dragon is sliding that right foot forward and placing it in front of you. And place the foot just a little bit in front of the knee. And then what we'll do is we'll come forward so that the knee is on top of the ankle. And so you have a slight angle in that left leg and you'll feel a stretch in the left hip. Yeah, yawns are good. And then, whoa, inhale the arms up. I've been experiencing some vertigo over the last 24 hours, so my balance is really off. So exhale down. And we'll do that 4 more times. Yeah. And 2 more times. And letting the arms come down. Okay. And we'll switch to the other side. And again, the heel is in front, about 2 inches or so in front of the knee. And then moving forward so that now the knee is on top of the ankle. And we'll inhale the arms up. You can look up if you'd like. Exhale down. For me, I have to keep my eyes down and my breathing steady, otherwise I have a resurgence of my symptoms, which come from something that I was working with last year, from something called benign paroxysmal positional vertigo. Okay, so bringing this knee back, and we're going to go into arrow. Now, I might not be able to do the full expression of it today, but spread out your mat. And you can do it in that position there. I'll just move over here a little bit, okay? So, how should we do this? Actually, forget it. Okay, so on the knees. All right, and then slide that right leg out to the side. Does it hurt? Oh yeah, you should forget that. Oh yeah. It's not cushy. The floor is kind of hard, isn't it? Yeah, cushy is good. When we do things and we have pain, then it puts the body a little bit into a fight or flight. It depends on the intention of your movement. But because this is a midday and it's supposed to be a calming practice, we want the body to be as pain-free as possible. So do whatever you can to just help the body stabilize. There shouldn't be any pushing or working hard here. So then bringing the left hand down and letting the left hand be under the shoulders. And what we'll do is just let the right arm float up and then just turn to look at the hand. For today, I'm just going to pause here for 5 breaths, breathing into the right rib cage, expanding in this portion here. And one more breath. And for those who would like, you can bring the hand down to the waist and come into a plank. And hold it here. And you can hold it here for 5 breaths if you'd like. I'm feeling a bit challenged today, so I'm going to bring my knee down and bring my right knee in front. And looking up. How's that going for you? Bringing that right hand down, turning the knees and the feet, coming into a plank. And then bringing the knees down and coming back to where we started. Am I too much in your space? Okay. All right, so now let's do the other side. Okay, so this one, left leg out. Okay, is that hard to do for you? And then bringing the right hand down underneath the shoulders, left arm up, and looking at the left arm. My vertigo occurs when I have the head resting on the left or turning to the left. So I'm going to pause and bring my eyes back to face center. Breathing into the left rib cage. And you can bring that hand down, and if you'd like, you can slide the right foot onto a side plank. I'm not going to be able to do that for today, so you can go ahead and do that. Or you can bring this foot in front of you. With that lower leg extended if you'd like this. And then bringing that hand down, coming into a plank position. Breathing into the back body. And then bringing the knees down. And coming into a sitting position. So now you can face me. If you're not liking it, not feeling good about it. Okay. We always get to this point in our practice where there's just kind of like a yuck feeling, but it's good to notice the yuck and see if we can't continue feeling other parts of the body that are working. So let's start with our river, and we can start with bringing the knees close to the body. And then if you like, you can do this like Robbie's doing. That sometimes helps, just bring the energy in. It can be a very calming thing to do. And then you can place the hands on the shin bones and inhale, lifting up through the chest, bringing the shoulder blades back. And then exhale, rounding the shoulders. And do that 4 more times. So just inhale, lifting up, and exhale. 2 more. And then coming back to a neutral place, place the hands behind you. Okay, lifting up through the chest. And then slide the feet in front of you. letting the shoulders lower away from the ears. And then just push yourself forward over the hips. You might need to keep your knees bent so that you can keep the alignment in the posture. Okay? And then bringing the hands forward and coming forward. Then pausing here. Then inhale and exhale. Making sure that you don't have discomfort, so you can bend the knees if it's too much for the hamstrings. And then sitting up. For this one, we're going to go into pretzel. So, the pretzel, you know how to do this, right? Let's see. So, you don't want to sit on this? Okay. So crossing your legs, and then bringing the right foot over the left, then hugging the right leg with the left arm, and then placing the right hand behind the hip. Pressing down through that right sit bone and lifting up through the chest if you can. And facing forward. And then crossing the left over the right, hugging the left knee with the right arm and the left hand behind you. Pressing down through the left sit bone so that both sit bones are sitting as equally as you can through both. Breathing into the chest and the rib cage. Allowing for the breath to come in fully into this lower part of the ribs. And then facing forward. And just pausing here in whatever position feels comfortable for you and noticing the sensations of the body, how the body's feeling. And taking note of what parts of the body seem to be working well or seem more fluid. We're going to make our way into a meditation posture, sitting posture that's helpful for you. And if you're sitting in a chair, you want to make sure that your feet are flat on the floor in a good position. Yeah, so that you can feel the feet rest, and so that you're also, if you're sitting, like I'm sitting on the floor, you want to make sure the hips can relax and the sit bones can really rest comfortably, and so that your body is relaxed and alert. You can even do this lying down if you'd like, with the legs up the wall. Just keeping the spine aligned in some fashion. And then you can close the eyes or keep the eyes cast down. And for today, we're going to check in with the breath, maybe hugging the self and placing the hands on the side ribs. Just following the breath in and out. As you breathe in, the side ribs will expand out to the sides. And as you exhale, the rib cage and the rib cage will come back towards the center. So inhaling expands. Exhale comes back to center. Relaxing the brow. Relaxing the jaw and the muscles of the neck, letting the shoulders fall from the ears. Letting the hands just fall from the sides and finding the anchor that works for you. Continue to be at the breath, noticing the breath as it comes in and out. Remembering the anchor. Just in these few remaining moments of our practice together, checking in with yourself with a feeling of loving kindness. Allowing for the body and what it's always telling us and informing us through sensations and symptoms. And having gratitude for all that is working. And bringing your attention and awareness to the breath. Going to be making our way out of meditation practice. Bring the hands together, palms together, thumbs at the chest. Wishing all of us well, with great health and happiness. May this be so for the world, for this earth, and for each of us, all sentient beings living upon it. Namaste. Namaste. Can you turn it on? Thank you, everyone.